Hello, my darling royal Libras. Happy birthday to all of you whose birthday has already taken place, and for those of you whose birthday is coming right up, I wish you all the best, and I hope you will have all the necessary resources that you need in this new year in order to shape your existence to your liking. Not so much to your liking as shaping your existence to that which you actually need to be fulfilled and happy and content. Now, for the month of September, there were no readings, and I wish I can apologize for this, but I couldn't read. My personal experience was consuming most of my energy, and I wasn't able to put out the readings. But now, let's get on with the month of October. This year has been very testing for a lot of us. We're over the point where some things may shock us, so many of us are in that energy of what else can happen. Now, in this situation, what more can the universe bring to me that I haven't already experienced the hardship of? The month of October is not gonna be so different, but I feel you are already aware of this and somewhat calm in it. It's like you're waiting this situation out. I'm sorry if you hear noises. This area here is very loud at certain points. So as I was saying, I feel that you're waiting this out. It's like things are happening around you. These heavy life events, and it's like you're sitting with your back on the grass and looking at clouds passing by and just waiting these situations and events out. As you already know, I pre-shuffled the cards and laid them out in one row over here. Sorry for not offering video. I will only be offering audio for this month as it is more time efficient for me. So, for those who are new, I usually shuffle the cards before, and whatever comes out is laid out here on display in one row. We're keeping it simple. Maybe at a later date we will do more complex spreads. But for the month of October, Libra, you have 8 of Swords, 2 of Wands, 8 of Wands, and 8, the Strength card, in reverse. So this is why I feel that you are like stuck in some sort of a stasis on the inside of you. You have so much to keep in balance on both of your scales that you just escape somehow within yourself and wait for this period to pass. You have 3 8s, which is the symbol of infinity, of eternity, and a 2 of Wands, which usually talks about balancing 2 things, making a decision between 2 paths. Wands are actions, and the 2 here also symbolizes for me like a portal. So I feel that you, on a daily basis, you pass through this portal. I don't know what shape it is in. Maybe it's the door of the building you work in, the door of the house. So once you pass this door, this portal, you get from one part of your life to another. It's like you have 2 execution threads, okay? You jump from one to the other based on the moment you pass that portal, okay? So this could be you working, having your own life at work, okay? That is one existence that you find yourself in, where things may be pressuring you. Maybe these things are very repetitive, and we know that whatever is repetitive also has like a deadline that it should be delivered at, made at. A lot of thoughts running with high speed here in this life. And since we're talking about swords, this is the mental capacity. This is being able to be very just, precise, and objective, okay? It's some sort of restraint also, because when you are at work, most of us have these jobs which require you to be like a robot, okay? They only want you to be objective, informal, almost like a machine. So the other aspects of your being are usually repressed when you're at work. Maybe you feel some pain, maybe you're bored of the same things, maybe you feel in a certain way which make you inefficient at doing your work, and then you try to suppress that. So you would meet your deadlines, make everyone happy, keep everything in check according to schedule, okay? Solving a lot of topics, all these issues here. It's just a lot from my point of view. And for many of you, I don't think it's like something that just happens this month. I think you've seen this phenomena across several months at least. It's the rat race, I think it's called. Waking up, going to work, coming back, doing the same things, managing the house, paying your taxes, doing the laundry, cooking, all these mundane things. Yes. And apart from your duties, your objective duties like your work and other administrative things that you do on a daily basis, on the other side of this portal, there's another issue. So this is anticlimactic in a way. Like, you would expect to go out and face the grind, as many speakers name it in their motivational videos, like, I'm on the grind, I'm doing the grind, whatever. After all that struggle that you put in on a daily basis, you pass this portal back into the other part of your life where there is also a repetitive theme. I see here the Eight of Wands. Okay, so these are fast messages, but in a way these are repetitive types of messages and actions. Okay, these are not just thoughts, these are things that bloom into some sort of an action. I mean, you get home and you still have to do the same things day in and day out. Daily house chores take up a lot of time, and it's killing it's killing all of us inside. Okay, I see you flanked here by the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands, and this person in the middle here of the Two of Wands, it's like he can untie himself from those two poles, but he's just sitting there enjoying himself. So you've passed the threshold where these things actually bothered you. Maybe you just don't know which direction to go or what thing to do from now on. I hope it's not the case for you, Libra, but I wouldn't recommend sinking into this this repetitive lifestyle. Just change it up, okay? Don't let yourself live only within yourself, trying to just balance these situations, because okay, I see that you do it very gracefully here with flying colors. Okay, you're doing great. We know when we can see that, but it's why? Just why? After the Eight of Wands, I have 8, the Strength card in reverse. So this could be vast as how it can manifest in your life. It's preceded by the Eight of Wands. So whenever you pass this portal back into the other part of your life, your family life, your bachelor life, whatever, here there may be another person, okay, that manifests some sort of an energy towards you, okay? They have a lot of things to do with you, okay? Wands talk about actions, also creativity, so they have a lot of things to do together with you, okay? If you're living with someone, it's clear that you have a lot of tasks together. But if this is about a love interest, for example, which we're gonna talk later in the love section, timestamps down in the description, okay? It's sort of a weak spot from where this person is coming. Sort of a weak spot. Maybe something happened to them, or you guys have a habit of quarreling on different things, but this is a weak spot from which this person is manifesting this energy. It's like, for some of you, a person in your vicinity may be ill, and what do we know about Leos is that they are very rarely ill, but when they get ill, it's dramatic, it's life-changing, it's gonna take up a lot of your time and energy, because we always want to help our Leos. They also give a lot in return, and they are usually there for everyone. But when this energy is reversed, here I see a person either ill, and I hope it's not the case for most of you. It's either a person that has no belief in themselves, like they have a lot of insecurities, and because they have a lot of insecurities, they have to manifest this Eight of Wands, some repetitive pattern, like I don't know, requesting someone to change their clothes because you don't agree with their outfit. I hope you understand what I was trying to say. Maybe some of you are in these types of situations where your partner is not so confident, and they also try to make you, try to mold you in a way to act in a way that makes them feel safe. And this is in no shape or form your responsibility to do. But in any case, 8, the Strength card in reverse, is a place of lack of power. However you would see this manifest in your life, it's some sort of a weakness, and it's taking up a lot of energy and time, okay, because your life is somewhat divided in these two situations, your work life and this person which is unsettled. You're more than generous, actually, to offer this person your other scale. More than generous. But as I said, it's not your business to deal with other people. You can always help them by elevating them a bit, but if it's eating a lot of your energy, try to, if you don't want to give up on a person, at least try to change things, okay? If you're doing the same things over and over, and you expect a different result, I think that would be the definition of madness, right? Do something different. If you're gonna commit to this situation, like, commit to it in new ways. Find alternative solutions, okay? So this would be the general energy, and we're gonna move on to your career section. Okay, Libras, now we're moving into, now for your career sector, guess what? Surprise, we have the Eight of Swords popping up here. We have the following cards: Three of Wands, Eight of Swords, 11 Justice, and the Page of Pentacles. So in your career section, your work life, the Three of Wands here talks about how doing the bare minimum, okay? Maybe you're so burdened with the things that you have to do. Maybe these are very difficult things to do, that you can only maintain the bare minimum for this moment, okay? 3 is not an even card, so you may wobble here and there, but the base of your actions and the things that you do is very, very stable, okay? The table with 3 legs is the most stable. I'm gonna keep repeating this. So you're doing the bare minimum, and that bare minimum that you have time to do is rock solid on your project or at your workplace. But then I see the 8 of Swords. So again, this repetitive type of energy where you do the same things day in and day out. Maybe you have redundant tasks that you have to do that are actually killing you. Having to communicate with a lot of people, coordinate a lot of things, use your mental capacity to their limit on a daily basis, trying to suppress your feelings and maybe an ache here and there, maybe fighting the lack of interest. And you, with this energy, I can imagine, and it's completely okay if you have a burnout. If you're able to do this on and on, you deserve a medal, Libra, okay? But it's like a pressure cooker. Just get out of there. It's not healthy in the long run. And after the 8 of Swords, again, we have this, some sort of a portal again, because we have 11, the Justice card. This is you, Libra. This is you finally coming out of this bottom feeder mentality. And I'm not saying that this is your mentality, but if you sit around people who see life as mundane as possible, you will also have this affect you, okay? You will start to have those same thoughts that the people have. And yet here, you're finally giving yourself justice. It's coming to terms with the fact that even though I maintain the bare minimum, having to work here or do this or work in this way with this schedule is killing me on the inside. So I cannot harness more creativity when I'm keeping myself in shackles, and these requests from the higher ups or whatever it is that you're dealing with is keeping you back, is killing you bit by bit every day. You could do this for a longer period of time, okay? We see you being functional, okay? You're not fine on the inside, but you're functional. And this is enough to get things going. But with 11, the Justice card, you're coming back to terms with your internal justice. Like, I cannot keep doing this to my body, to my mind, to my soul. Maybe you put a lot of effort into your work, and it's time to put some boundaries to this, okay? For some of you, no, for a bigger majority of you, it's that moment in time when you actually consider resigning, ending this crazy dance, this crazy cycle, this circus type of thing. The Three of Wands there is like a person sitting on a contraption and just juggling some balls in their hands, trying to, it's like the foundation is stable, but what are we doing here actually? Okay. And I would like to see more of this revolutionary energy in the workspaces. I would really want to see everyone trying to make every workplace a better workplace. But for some employees, that's completely impossible. And here you just decide to serve justice to yourself. It's like if these people cannot be convinced with arguments. I'm just gonna take myself out of this situation and try to find a better place, okay? Because after you go through this moment here, I see you coming out as a Page of Pentacles, and this is your most innocent, true to yourself form possible. It's like I'm taking my seed and I'm gonna plant the seed in another garden, like in another company or with another group of associates or other business partners, okay? Because what I have to give is valuable, and I cannot grow these skills trying to work some old type of structure which is repetitive, which could be maybe automated, which can undergo so many other improvements and be more efficient, but no one's listening. So back to me and this pentacle that I'm holding right here, I'm off to more beautiful landscapes, okay? Because I see a lot of green here, finally. The Three of Wands is depicted with rocks, maybe a very high place, a very airy place, and the Eight of Swords is all covered in snow and a bit of fire, okay? But the fire, that's for cooking. It's not just for warming yourself, okay? So the grass is greener on the other side here at the end of October, coming into November, Libra. So I wish you all the best, and I want to see you succeed in doing this, in protecting your beautiful life force that you give to a workspace. Oh, Libras, welcome to your love section. Now, I have never seen such an endearing love story in my cards for some while now. We have here the Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. So it's starting out harsh, but hey, it's ending up in a good place, and I think it's necessary. If you are in a relationship or you're interested in someone, do not let whatever is gonna show itself at the beginning of November, or whenever you see this this reading the first time, don't fear it, okay? It's gonna be a Seven of Swords, which is like a test, okay? You and your other part are testing, I don't know, I wouldn't say the waters, but the general vibe of people around, okay? There's gonna be some sort of discussion, would be, to put it mildly. There's gonna be like a whole theme, a situation, something created between people where and after which you and your significant other will clearly feel some sort of an outside pressure or influence, or this may come in the form of people not being in agreement with your relationship, like they have a say in it, but you and your partner or the person that you're interested in will feel some sort of a social stigma. It's like you two shouldn't be together because of something, human reason. If you know yourself to be in an ambiguous situation, or if you doubt the situation, that it's just, In the month of November, you will see this very clearly reflected in the attitude of the people around you, where 1 second they seem like they are not concerned by your situation, but you or your significant other, you do something which startles this band of wolves almost, okay? Like with the Seven of Swords, someone's trying to be sneaky, trying to do something in the dark behind people's backs while people are asleep. It actually may pertain to something being done at nighttime. But the wolves here, they're vigilant, okay? So you cannot bypass this vigilance. It's a clear message of people not being in accordance with whatever you're trying to do, who you're trying to be with, who you are trying to love, what you are trying to create, because they know that something is off with this connection. Now in the Five of Pentacles, though, there you have two people and a dog, which is the same. It's more of a German Shepherd, I think, but in the Seven of Swords you have wolves. So this would be more of a domestic type of energy. The house dog, okay, he roams around the house in order to keep the perimeter safe. And you and your other person, your lover, it's like you try to come into this perimeter, okay? Get into the house, where this may be at a symbolic level, like maybe you have a new love affair and you're trying to present this person to your family and they're just not having it. They're like, no, we're not even gonna. I don't know what you are doing, who this person is, but we're not opening the door. It's like the door is closed shut. You can see a very big lock on the door, but no one is looking through the door's little window, okay? So the people inside knows who's outside. They know very well what they're doing. This is like a fortification which needs to be kept safe. But you and your lover, you're on the outside, okay? You're on the outside. And if you can look closely in the Five of Pentacles, you would see in the upper right part of the card a big boulder, which also is again repeated in the following Eight of Pentacles. So what does this mean? It means that you and your lover had to go through this moment. Why? Because maybe up until this moment you were acting like kids, like everyone must like us, we're newly together, or this is going so well and it's time to make things official, but no one is recognizing your relationship. It's like they're nullifying it in a way. And now you two have to go through this hardship. Like, how much does it matter that these people don't accept us? Does it matter? No. Because here, the Eight of Pentacles, yes, it's repetitive, but it's more of the homish type of eights, of repetitive things, okay? This moment serves as this is like the crowning jewel of the house that we are gonna build together. This is gonna be the house roof of our own world built together from the little that we have. As you can see in the card, there's a dog and a squirrel sitting together in this little space, but they have some gold there and some nuts and the stone. So it's a little, but it's their little. Okay, you're coming into this communion with your partner where you're actually acting like adults. Like, I'm in that moment in time in my life where I don't need 100 people. I just need the few people that are present here to be well and taken care of, and I'm gonna invest this time in building this foundation. Eight of Pentacles, it's working on something until it's almost second nature, okay? So this is your second nature, because with so many pentacles here, I have a lot of green. And when I see green and all this earth, I can only think about nurturing activities, nurturing products, elements, a more natural environment. And after doing this exercise together with your partner where you're building your own life, here afterwards comes this Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles, which in the card it shows 3 generations. It shows a person having more than enough, having a fulfilling life, having a full, prosperous life. It's so happy. So for many of you, I think you will look back to 2019, September, October, or November, end of the year, okay, the last trimester, where this horrible manifestation happened, but it put you into sync with your partner, where you realize that you will make a life together. You're very able, you don't need other things, and here it is, okay? This is the moment when you started building this family, this foundation, this lifestyle, okay? So Libras, I know we're ready for what's to come in October, in this new month. Resignations, being cast out here, a lot of things that we still have to go through until the end of the year. But you're winging it. You're at least clear about what direction you are taking, what allies you will have by your side. And it's beautiful to see you having the wheel to this whole situation, like steering this in the right directions. Again, happy birthday, Libra. Take care, and we will see each other in November. You have more links down in the descriptions with elements that pertain to this reading. And if you want to buy us coffee, you have a donations link. Thank you so much and take care. Bye.